layout for you for day 6 of Christy's 30 Days of Sketches round 7. So I just showed you the day 6 sketch. This round is tons of fun because a lot of the sketches were picked by people who won challenges in the 30 Days of Sketches Facebook group. I'll leave the link for it down below if you want to go and check it out and post your own layouts that you've been working on based on the sketches and play along with all of the different challenges. The winners of the different challenges got to pick sketches. So that's kind of cool, kind of fun that they were able to do that. And it just gives you that little extra incentive to play along, and you get to pick one of the sketches that we use. So kind of a cool prize. But that's where a lot of the sketches have come from this time around. So it's kind of fun to just have a really good mix of sketches from all different places. So today's sketch was chosen by Lena Schultz, who was the challenge winner for November, and it was designed by Page Maps, and they always make the most fantastic sketches with lots of opportunities to tuck little goodies in all over, and definitely lots of ways to kind of switch the sketch up, change the orientation, and really make it your own. So I think you're going to see some good layouts today. So for me, I wanted to follow the sketch pretty closely. I've actually been doing that a lot lately because what I've sort of been challenging myself to do is use up a lot of scraps that I've been accumulating, and also I'm using up my sampler packs from Scrapbook and Cards today, and they usually come with 6x6 papers or smaller bits of paper because it's samples, and so I'm finding that if I can kind of stick to the sketch, I can take all of these smaller elements and little bits and pieces and kind of make them work for me. Occasionally I will take that sketch and flip it upside down, or, you have to manipulate it to fit the stash that you have. But I've kind of just been enjoying the ease of just looking at a sketch and copying it. And I feel like using sketches and following them pretty closely has actually been helping me get my groove back. I was burnt out, I think. Just, it happens when you're doing something a lot, and there is pressure in the scrapbooking community. I think sometimes, we put the pressure on ourselves. It's not something that is put on us. We put it on ourselves to be creating, and you want to be part of all the different hops and series and have an active role in the community. It's fun. These scrapbookers are just some of the most amazing people that I have ever met, and you want to be a part of it. You want to be in all the things and do all the things, and you just can't. 2020 kind of threw everybody for a bit of a loop, and so I was definitely feeling the burnout, feeling my creative juices were not flowing as freely as they normally do, and then adding the baby to our family kind of again gave me a little curveball. And so using sketches and not really having to think too hard about how to put my layouts together has just been really helpful to kind of reset everything for me. And you've heard me say it before, and I know you've heard other scrapbookers say it before, that the more you can practice and the more that you can work at this, it's like any other art, whether you are a painter, a sculptor, a crocheter, a quilter, the more you can do it, the better you get at it, the more experience you gain, because you are learning every time you scrapbook, you're learning every time you pick up your crochet hook or whatever it might be. You make mistakes, you figure out how to correct them, you problem solve, you experiment, you gain new skills by just doing it. So it's really important, if you can, to exercise this skill as much as possible. And so you'll often hear a lot of scrapbookers and artists say, they try to get their 10 minutes a day or their 15 minutes a day. And it might just be that you stamp an image and color it or whatever it is, but it definitely helps to keep you going. But you do get burnt out occasionally. Everybody does. Life piles up, things pile up, and you get burnt out. So I feel like falling back to sketches is just an easy way to kind of get your 15 or 20 minutes, whatever it might be, get those layouts done, but also give your brain just a little relaxer. It gives me an opportunity to just breathe a little bit and know that I can still accomplish things and I can still work on creating these layouts, but some of the pressure is off of me because I can just look at the sketch and follow it. And that's what sketches are all about, right? Whether you follow them exactly or you look at something and, you know, one little element of the sketch inspires you and off you go running. And I feel like I build myself up to that, and then suddenly I'm looking at sketches and what I create from it is nothing like the sketch. And then, you know, you kind of climb and climb and climb that hill and come back down, and then you kind of burn out again. And so it's a big cycle for me, but it's definitely one of the tricks in my arsenal is when I'm starting to feel that kind of burnout, I go back to sketches. So you can see for this layout, I've taken a couple of my 6x6 papers from my sampler packs. They're from a couple different manufacturers, and I don't have all the cards with the packs, so I'm sorry for not being able to tell you exactly who these were made by, but I basically just took them, and for the banner part, I kind of had to stretch that paper, so I cut it and hid it behind the matting and the photo so you can't tell that that isn't one solid piece of paper. And then the back of that butterfly paper was actually the purple, and I thought that that would be a really nice kind of dark contrasting color to use as that vertical line. The background paper is from Close to My Heart. It's from their March and April Mix-Ins paper pack. And then I have some little black butterfly embellishments. They're also from Close to My Heart. They came in one of the sampler packs. And I fussy cut my little round elements from another piece of paper. I used a lot of paper for this as my embellishments. And what else have I done here? I added a bunch of sequins from Spiegel Mom Scraps, and I added my little title, which says Exam Day. That's what this is pictures of, is my daughter a couple years ago at one of her ballet exams. There isn't a ton of embellishment on the sketch, so I didn't want to add a ton of extra embellishment on my layout as well. But I have the little sequins and those cute butterflies, and then it's just lots of fun layers. That's really what stands out to me about the sketch, is all the different layers. And so mine is a little bit different, where I've placed my photo and what my little bottom cluster looks like. But I think it turned out so sweet, and I really, really love it. I love the colors in it, and I love the butterflies. And I finished it all off with some navy blue splatters. And that is it. That's my layout for today. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please check out all the links below. There's even a link to Christina, who's doing a Facebook Live every day, so you don't want to miss that. And until next time, happy scrapping. Bye.